What's going on, world? Elaine Castro here with Boxing VIP with one and only Mr. David Benavides. Thank you so much for being here. Now, David, this is being called as one of the biggest challenges in your career. How does it feel going up against another undefeated fighter? And what statement are you looking to make on February 1st?
It was really good. Like I said, I've been the place I'm at in my career. I've been working extremely hard. I've been professional 11 years now, and it's been apparent that every fight has been getting bigger and bigger. And I want to face the biggest and best challenges out there. I feel like that's what brings the best out of me. When I get a great fighter in there, I know from experience that the best David Benavides comes out, and I want to give the fans the best fights possible.
I feel like for sure the fans are going to win. Now, you are very known for your power, and we want to know, do you see the fight going to the distance? And do you feel like you have the confidence on a stoppage?
Yeah, the way I fight, I always fight trying to take my opponents out. I always try to go for the knockout. Sometimes you don't always get it, but for this fight, we're going to be pushing for it. And like I said, David Morrell's made it personal with me, so I want to go in there, I want to beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, that's what your dad said, that he wants to send him to the hospital. But, what I really want to know is that we know this is your second fight fighting at 175. That's about 7 pounds over than what you're used to. Do you feel like this has been affecting your training at all? And if so, how do you think that training has been going for you?
No, I feel like my body was already ready to go up to 175. I'm excited to showcase my skills in this fight because my last fight, I went through a lot of injuries. Had a torn tendon, fractured knuckle, cut 3 weeks before my fight. So I was dealing with a lot of adversity, but I dealt with it good, and I showed the people why I'm one of the best in the world, and I showed that I have a lot of heart. So this one, we have no injuries. Camp has been amazing. I've been focused this whole time, and this is going to be my best performance up to date.
All right. So it's safe to say that your power has not changed at all, or do you see a little bit of difference?
No, so with this fight, I wasn't able to do strength and conditioning. I'm sorry. For my last fight, I wasn't able to do strength and conditioning because hands were messed up. I couldn't lift the weights. With this one, I'm working with my guy Memo Heredia again, and my power. This is going to be the strongest I've ever been.
So the last question: Las Vegas is hosting this massive fight. How do you feel like coming into such a big stage and representing Mexican boxing?
I feel good. I've been ready. This is something I've been wanting for a long, long time. I've been patient. I've been professional 11 years. I've been, I've been in big fights since I was 20 years old. So, for me to be out there representing the Mexican American, I'm really excited. I'm really grateful to show the people where I come from and why I'm the Mexican monster.
All right, there you guys have it, the Mexican Monster, and we're looking forward to having you. Thank you so much for your time. If you know boxing, you definitely know who Mr. Rambling Ralph here is today. Okay, so we're flipping the script. Today, we're interviewing you guys, and we just have a little bit of predictions. Who do you think has this fight coming up on February 1st in Las Vegas, Nevada at the T-Mobile Arena? We have David Benavides against David Morrell. Who do you have winning and why?
Listen, this is a very intriguing fight, and I want to give props to both of these guys for actually making the fight. Right now, we have a lot of issues in the sport with people not really wanting to lose their zero, not really wanting to take that challenge. So props to both of these guys for making the fight. And not just because, I've known David for a long time. I've known David when he was almost up to close to 300 pounds. The guy has worked his butt off over the last few years to make where he's at now and make a name for himself. Youngest super middleweight champion in history. And he's got the work ethic. Now, speed to me is going to be the key. They both have power. They both can throw. But speed to me is going to be the key and the experience. And David has both of those. He's got the speed to counterattack against Morrell's power barrage. He's got the experience. So I'm going to say Benavides wins the fight. I'm not going to predict a knockout, but I'm going to say that Benavides is going to pull forward with this fight.
All right. So since you're not predicting the knockout, Benavides, do you think it's going the distance?
I think it's going to go the distance, right? And I was a betting man. Depending on what the over-under is going to be in this, maybe 10.5, 9.5, whatever it's going to be, I'd probably bet the house on going over. David's a strong guy, but he's fighting, guys that are bigger than he is now. The last 2 or 3 fights, he's had to fight bigger guys, except for Caleb Plant. But at the end of the day, speed kills and speed breaks down fighters, especially bigger fighters. So if Morrell can counter that and hit him with a shot, who knows? But I think it's going to go the distance.
That's pretty an interesting take when you say speed, because a lot of people are mentioning the power. What do you think the power is going to be, or what do you think the power is going to do in going into?
It's because Morrell has big hands, right, and he's very powerful, and he throws these strong strong shots. Now, if David can find a way, been working on his defense. Sorry, he's been working with Rigondeaux in Miami. So if he's been working on his defense on the low, if you see his videos, he's got Diego, he got Rigondeaux in there teaching him defense. And David is known for just sitting here waiting and then countering. Now, can he do that against Morrell? Probably not. So Morrell's power versus David's speed. We'll see what happens. If Morrell can land a shot, maybe he can hurt him. We haven't seen David really hurt in his whole career. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm just saying that speed, to me, is going to be the deciding factor. And again, I go back to it. David's got the speed, and I think that's what prevails.
All right. You guys heard it first from the one and only Rambling Ralph. Over and out. What's going on? Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Benavides. Well, how do you see the event playing out on February 1st? What is your call? Do you see the fight going to the distance, or what do you see happening?
I'm super excited about this fight. This fight is a hard fight. We have David Morrell, young, strong, left-hander, two-time world champion, very decorated amateur. Man, but this is what we need in order to get more motivated, you know? This is the fight that people want to see. And I believe that we have everything to lose, nothing to gain. Morrell has everything to win. Once we beat Morrell, they're going to say, oh, he needed experience, he needed this. We never seem to get the credit that we deserve.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're going to continue working hard and keep grinding and facing whoever, the people want to see. The fighters that David's only 28 years old. So the fighters that we want to face is the monsters of the division. Better Beef, Be Bold, even maybe Surgo Ramirez.
I mean, I know you're saying that this is one of the biggest challenges of your son. Sam, I was talking to Samson earlier. He said that, he does see maybe a 3-fighter, going the distance all the way to the 3rd fight. Do you feel like that's something that you guys are ready for?
Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. We're not going to have 3 fights. We're going to fuck this guy up. We're going to send him to a hospital and maybe even retire him. It's too soon, for him. There's levels in boxing, He's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, like I said, but David's in another level.
Yeah.
He should have taken a fight with Caleb Plant, Boo Boo, Kevin McCombie, a fighter like that to get more experience and see where he's at. I think him and his whole team are making a big mistake. Like I said, the guy's going to end up in the hospital.
Well, we hope that nobody gets hurt that night, obviously.
But, in reality and boxing, either you get, it sounds bad, but that guy wants to come and destroy David. You got to hurt somebody.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, and we want to hurt this guy. Like I said, we want to send him to a hospital. People love knockouts. People like to see, people pay to go see somebody get hurt. And we're going to give the people what they want.
Awesome. I think definitely the fans are going to be the winners in this fight.
For sure.
What I really want to know is how has training been, especially because this is his 2nd fight at 175. He's about 7 pounds extra. Do you think that his power is going to be affected at all?
Yeah, for sure. He had his first fight. We had our first fight at 175. Unfortunately, David came in with the right hand messed up. One of the ligaments torn in the nerve root. Then he messed up his left hand. And then 2 weeks before the fight, he had like 12 stitches. And I told him, hey, let's cancel this fight. He said, no, I just need to get to Las Vegas. I'm going to win this fight. Yeah. And that talks a lot about David, the Mexican monster. That's why they call him the Mexican monster. He made it easy. He won. He could have stopped this guy, but he was not 100%. No excuses. Right now, we're super motivated. He's 100% mentally, physically, and connecting with the stars and God and all that. So, like I said, this guy's going to end up in the hospital.
All right. So just so we're clear, what is your prediction? Do you think it going the distance, or do you see a stoppage?
I don't think it's going to, the first rounds, I think they're going to be a little bit difficult. David's going to adapt and make adjustments like he does. I think like in the 9-10 round, David's going to come, break him down, hurt him, take him to the deep waters and drown him.
All right. There you guys have it. Mr. Benavides, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's all for Boxing VIP. All right, what's going on, world? Elaine Castro here. I'm here joined with the one and only Samson. Thank you so much for being here. We have a highly anticipated fight coming up with David Morrell and David Benavides, and you have played a key role in David's career, getting him to this point as his promoter. How do you see the event going down on February 1st?
Well, to this point, it's 8 years together. And it's a really honor to be
the promoter of this kind of kid like Benavides, and Benavides decide on the right time to fight the best on the division beside the champions.
Yes.
So we have a real fight that I believe it's been selling very well because nobody knows the winner. I know the winner.
Okay, so you say you know the winner. Who do you have winning and how do you have them winning?
I believe that it will be the distance because both of them is really good. And if it's a close fight, most likely it'll be a rematch. And who knows, maybe 3 fights, who knows?
Yeah.
But whatever it may be, PBC make the best fight money can buy.
Yeah, no doubt in that. I know you said that the event is selling out. The magnitude of this event, what do you think it means for David Benavides' career?
Well, it's, I believe the most dangerous fight he ever have.
Wow, wow, wow. That's really good to know. A lot of people are anticipating this fight and you're giving it the distance. So thank you so much for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you. God bless you.
All right. So we have Eros. Can you introduce yourself for the camera?
Hi, my name is Eros Correa. I fight at 118, and I'm a contender for the world title.
All right. Word on the street is that you have a fight coming up in March. Tell us a little bit about that and how are you preparing for it?
Yeah, it looks like I'm fighting someone for Robert Garcia's gym. I think his name is Murataya. I don't know his first name, but I'm excited. I'm ready. I've been training real hard with my trainer Bob Santos, and we're ready to go.
All right. It looks like you're ready. And, I've been hearing really good things about you. Now, let me ask you about the main event on February 1st. Who do you got winning against David Benavides and David Morrell? And also, I want to know why.
I got Benavides, honestly. I got Benavides because I feel like he has a little bit more experience and just relentless pressure. So, like, towards the end, I feel like he's going to have the best of them.
All right. And on the whole card, who do you think has the potential to actually steal the show?
Figueroa. I think Figueroa Fulton fight is gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be a rematch. So I think it's gonna be even better than the first one.
All right.